Dating white men for many black women can be an accomplishment, and for some, black women find white men more attractive, and not only more attractive, more romantic. And if you don't believe me, check this out.
Y'all, I have a serious question. Do Italian men like black women? The reason why I'm asking is because you never see Italian men with black women. I always see them with white women, Hispanic women, Asian women, but I have never seen a black woman with an Italian man. And I don't mean a mixed woman like an actual black woman. The reason why I ask is because Italian men, oh my God, you guys are so fine. And it has nothing to do with your looks and all that. Well, it does. It's the way you guys talk. Gabagoo, the way you carry yourself. And like, I used to work in an Italian restaurant. When I tell you, Italian men are the sweetest. Oh my God, you guys are so brutally honest, so sweet. But like, oh my, I just want to know, because I would really love to marry an Italian man. Like, I'm looking at a lot of videos right now online, and I like to watch men who cook. And a lot of the men that are cooking are Italian. And like, get the fuck out of here, Taylor. I'm not talking to you right now. Oh my,
That's right, guys. You heard it. That's a black woman who's a famous TikToker who really is asking the question, why don't Italian men like black women? And so many black women in particular are interested in dating these white men. That is exactly why Crystalline Karazin, aka the Pink Pill, came out with the chorus, and she admitted she's helping black women get with white men. And here's how she's doing it.
We've been hearing a lot of chatter about what it takes to get a different kind of man, what it takes to divest and be with different races of men. And I've noticed that there's been a lot of pushback, and it's legitimate pushback about people feeling like they have to be a different kind of person to get a different kind of man, and that you have to do all sorts of different things and dress a certain way and behave in a certain way to get a different kind of man. And the fact of the matter is, you're always going to find people who will meet you where you are. But the question is, are you happy with where you are?
What I've noticed is that for a lot of black women who are traveling out of the country, specifically going over to Europe, there seems to be some issue happening with black women traveling over to Italy. Even with black women who were born and raised in Italy, there seems to be a problem. And this woman has even found out with dating Italian men as a black woman.
You know what's funny? Yeah, 13-year-old me would have never thought that Italian people like dark-skinned women. This is funny. So basically, when I was young, I used to like this guy. You know, you go to school, you're surrounded up by white people, and of course, all the guys that you're gonna like are going to be white, right? I told a friend of mine that I like this guy, and she went and told the guy that I like him, like white. But anyway, so she went to the guy, told him that I like him, and the guy came to me and told me that he could never date a black girl.
Which brings me to this clip that I found on Dennis Sperling page. And of course, Dennis Sperling posted this on his Instagram. And this is very interesting because you see a black woman and another woman sitting at a restaurant, and it seems like they're enjoying themselves when all of a sudden there's an issue with some Italian men behind them.
We out to eat, and these people have repositioned themselves to stare at Leonardo. They have repositioned themselves. These people right here, and now he's throwing up a middle finger at me. Yeah, now because he's staring at me the whole time.
So we had to blur out the middle finger part, but that is exactly what is happening. This guy is flipping off the people that she's recording in the camera, and also her. But wait, there's more. There's another black woman complaining about Italy going through the Naples airport.
One of those situations where you have baggage claim, you either have something to declare or you don't, and you're outside the airport. Very basic.
See all these people walking through freely? Hence, none of them are the two black girls.
No stamp of your passport, none of that. And so anyway, this like random man like pulls us aside and like profiles us and tells us that we have to show him our passport, and he's like rudely asking us questions. No, we don't have like any drugs or alcohol, like whatever those like basic questions are. So then he's like, all right, y'all can go. So the man gets an attitude with us and like literally pulls his bag. And it's like, oh, we want to see your stuff. We want to search your bags. They never searched our bag and was like, okay, y'all can leave. And so this is where I may have went wrong. I wanted footage of what was going on because at that point I didn't feel safe. Like the way that man was talking to me, he's like told me to like stop acting like B-wordy. Like they were very aggressive, very rude. So I wanted footage of what was going on. But then there's the other side of it that's like when you are recording, like how it can escalate a situation. And then that's also what happened. So I'm sharing it just with full vulnerability and transparency that like, I can't say that I have regrets there, but it would have been easier had I not wanted to like, I guess, have something to use in like defense of like, if something were to get worse. And they get upset again. And then like, before I know it, they have like 7 people there, like harassing us for hours, checking like every little thing in our bags. I think because my experience has always been very easy when it comes to like getting in and out the airports, like I don't think it really registered to me that like they had the control to potentially harm me, get in our faces, yell at us, go through our things, humiliate us.
And see, guys, what she's talking about right now, it has happened to me many times coming in from Warsaw. I've also been racially profiled. But let me just kind of explain something to people who want to go in places that are not black or that are not dominated by blacks. That's going to happen. And in fact, when you're a person and you are in Europe, and this is not to say that all Europeans are mean people. I lived in Poland for 6 years. I really enjoyed my time there, but I did go through these issues. And the issue is that you have to understand it would be nice if people were nice to you and treated you with respect. And most people generally do, to be honest. But again, you also have to understand that when you're a foreigner or a visitor to a nation, there are going to be people there who don't feel like they owe you anything. And this is what, black people have to understand. Firstly, when you go over to Europe or places, they're probably not gonna know unless you tell them that you're a person that is from the States or you're from the African American community or whatever the case is. But the reality is that a lot of people just don't care. Like, it's not what they care about. You are not owed anything according to some of them. And you've been seeing this. A lot of black women complaining about, going over to Italy, trying to find a man in Italy, going to a restaurant in Italy. But yet when you see these complaints, these are the same people that you were talking about you wanted to leave black men for. And it's the same thing for black men that go over to certain places and they feel or experience certain levels of racism. The reality is the whole world keeps teaching black people, do something for yourself, do something for your people, and kind of just do it over there on your own. That is what the world keeps telling blacks. And until we understand and finally get that, we're always going to be complaining about, why are we being treated with the level of racism? Why are they discriminating against us? Why are they not treating us fair? Why are they racially profiling us? Well, it's because you are different. You are black. You are not from there. It doesn't make it right because it's not right, but prejudice happens in the world. And a lot of times people feel like you're going to get a better deal, out there with Zaddy, you're going to get a white deal out in white America. You're going to get a better deal somewhere else. And the grass is greener where you water it. I'm going to keep saying that until I'm blue in the face. It is a lot of opportunities in black America. It's a lot of opportunities in Africa. It's a lot of opportunities in the black world. It's a lot of money there. It's a lot of beautiful people there. It's a lot of good women there. A lot of good men there. I don't know why so many people want to look for every reason why you want to run away from the best diaspora, the most opportunities, the most money you can get in the world with your own group, to go out here and be suffering from another community that don't owe you anything. That's how they look at it. That's how they see it. And until blacks understand it, you're going to always have these stories. Oh, I went to Italy and had a terrible time. And some folks may have a good time, but they're going to talk about the bad times they have more. And when you do that, just understand that, hey, you're gonna get that wake-up call from certain groups. This is not what always happens, but it can happen. And when you're out there thinking that somebody else is gonna love you more than what you do for your own group, maybe you need to think again, or else you might be the next person getting your Negro wake-up call sooner than later. But guys, what do you think? It's your boy O'Shea Duke Jackson back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I really appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe to the bell. We're out.